Hello again, Vantage family. Today we have handstand push-ups. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through one of the progressions that we use. Now, I'm going to stay to the relatively messy professional studio that we've created in the garage. So I'm going to be using things like my whiteboard wall and a old plyo box that we have. But what I want you to know is that you can use anything for this. Whether it's a door, whether it's a wall in your house, a wall in your garage or basement, whether you use a box, whether you use a couch, whether you use a bar stool or a bar itself. Everything that you see in here can be applied inside your house. So if you are joining us today, welcome. And let's get into it. All right, the first thing we're going to be doing is our wall walk or our walk through. Okay, I called it a walkthrough because I really didn't have any other name for it. If you are inside your house, I highly recommend starting with this, and that would be removing your shoes. All right, removing your shoes. So, in order to save your wall color or wallpaper, I hear that's getting popular again, I want you to take off your shoes. Now, if you hate the color of your walls and you want an excuse to paint them, I highly recommend leaving them on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the box and I'm going to go through a walkthrough. Now, I haven't done any handstand push-ups and I haven't really warmed up, so I want to start with my progression that's easier than the wall walk. So I'll start here, I'll do a few reps, then I'll move on and progress myself up to the wall. All right? I'm going to put my feet on the box and I'm going to start in a push-up position, and then I'm going to walk my hips up and my hands back. Walk through number 1, 2, and 3. It's important to remember with the walk through, you want to try to keep your feet in one spot in the middle of your box. From here, you're going to kick your hips up and walk your hands back until your body gets into as close of a natural L position as you can. Now that's going to translate into our wall walk. Our wall walk starts in a push-up position on the floor with our feet up against the wall. Okay? Now I'm not going to talk while I'm doing it, I'm just going to demo it. Okay? So breaking it down, I'm in that push-up position, my feet are close to the wall. I bring my foot up, my other foot up, just be careful about how quick your feet come down. All right, so from here, what I'm doing, I'm gonna get my feet up onto the wall. I'm gonna try to maintain as straight a position through my legs and my core as I can. From there, I'm gonna walk my hands back until I can get as vertical as possible towards that wall, okay? One more time, watching me, I'm in that push-up position. Here, and then from there, one foot, the other foot, and I keep them straight. Yeah. And then I slide myself back down. Again, walking the hands back out. It's important to go both forward and backward because you want to get that range of motion. You don't want to do just a half rep, but take yourself all the way up and then work your way back out. Now, something important, kind of a small thing. When I'm doing a wall walk, I'll try to move my feet. I'll try to literally walk my feet up the wall while I'm walking my hands back. Cool? All right, so that's the walkthrough and the wall walk. The next two movements we have are an elevated push-up and then an elevated shoulder tap. Now, oftentimes when our hamstrings give out, when our shoulders give out, we end up kind of devolving into an elevated push-up. Okay, so we're gonna start with it, one, so that you get your shoulders and chest warmed up for the pressing that we're gonna be doing. Two, so that you feel the difference between an elevated push-up and a handstand push-up. So I'm going to start with my feet on the box. I'm going to go elevated push-ups. It looks something like this. Right. My back was flat. I never really reached that L position that I was talking about before. So it's more of just an elevated push-up. Now from here, we're gonna go into an elevated shoulder tap. Both of these drills are good warm-ups and good progressions as you are preparing for your handstand push-up. All right, so the next move we're gonna do is an elevated shoulder tap, and it looks like this. Just like a regular shoulder tap on the floor, but now my hips are a little higher. This is great for learning how to do handstand walks. As you learn to shift your weight, pick your hand up. You can go same side, you can go opposite side, you can slap your own butt if you really wanted to. The next move we're gonna do is a box push-up or a couch push-up. I don't recommend doing this with a swivel chair. I've tried it before, it doesn't end well for us. So, find something sturdy, find something that's not gonna slide out from underneath you or move on you. Okay, we're gonna go into our elevated handstand push-up. So we're gonna do our walkthrough, get into that L-ish position, and then I'm gonna go into my handstand push-up. Now from here, remember, as you lower yourself down, I want your head to be out in front of your hands at the bottom. And then as you press up, just like every other press, we're gonna be in this beautiful straight line. Okay, so watching me. Elevated push-up position. So walk through. Then I lower down, press up and through. Down, up and through. Oftentimes when we're learning the handstand push-up, we'll confuse where does the head go. And we'll try to push our head through at the bottom and kind of get our arms in this kind of weird head forward, arms back position. Remember, as you lower yourself down, your head is going to be out by your fingertips. And then as you press up and through, your head is going to be in line with the palm of your hand. Okay, so one more set, I'll give you 3 reps. I'm in my elevated push-up, my walk through. Now from here, I lower it down, head is out by the fingertips, and then I press up, straightish line. Down and up, and my hamstrings are on fire, so I'm gonna bend my knees, but the movement stays the same. Triangle, and back in line. You heard me say triangle, because at the bottom, going from an overhead view, I'm in a straight position at the top. And then as I lower down, you create a triangle with your head and your hands. From here, and I press up, and then I'm back down into my triangle. The next movement we're gonna do is our handstand push-up up against the wall. Now, everything we've done up to this point is a great warm-up and a great progression. I want you to find yourself somewhere in that range from that elevated push-up to the box push-up, or bring yourself all the way up to the wall. Now, I want you to make sure that you have a really good control over whatever movement you choose to do. And we never want to go beyond our capacity. Okay, we want to challenge it, we want to push it, but we never want to go beyond it. So, find yourself a spot and say, okay, cool, that is my new goal. I am going to take all of the steps in order to master that position, to master that movement, and then I'm going to keep going on to the next one, on to the next one. You can do handstand push-ups? Great. Can you do them from a deficit? You can? Great. Can you do them strict? You can? Excellent. Let me get you a set of rings and we can work on our ring handstand push-ups. There's always going to be something next that we can work on. Now, from here, we'll kick up into our handstand push-up up against the wall. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on spreading my fingers, and I'm going to kick myself up into a handstand, and then I'm going to work on lining everything up. So I kick up. Now from here, I'm pushing my arms into the floor, shoulders to elbows, elbows to fingers. I'm gripping the floor, and from here, I'm going to squeeze my core, my quads and glutes. I'm going to hold this handstand position, and then I'm going to come on down. Okay? Now from here, when I kick up, I want to make sure my hands are in the right spot. It sucks when you kick too close or too far away, and then you have to try to reposition. Okay, so make sure that when you kick up, your hands are going in the right spot. I'm not a huge fan of it, but chalking a spot, maybe a small little X on the floor, as long as your coach or gym owner says it's okay. Mark a little spot so you know exactly where to put your palms. Okay, this will kind of, well, I guess if you're watching this, it's your house, it's your rules. All right? But make sure that your hands are ending up in the same spot every time. So this time I'm going to kick up and I'm going to lower myself down. All right? So I kick up. My hands are in the right spot, and I go back through that checklist. Okay, arms are in the right spot. Core's nice and tight. Glutes and quads are on. And I'm going to lower myself down into that triangle, and then I'm going to come off. I'm going to do this controlled descent for 3 to 5 reps. Okay? It's going to prep my shoulders for the load of lowering myself down. Okay? It gets me comfortable with being upside down. It gets my shoulders, wrists, and hands ready for the workout ahead. Now from here, I'm going to take off my hat. Please don't mind my hair, because the top of it just kills me. Now from here, what I'm going to work on is engaging those pressing muscles going up and overhead. I may get a strict push-up out of it. I may just give a max effort press into the floor and fall off the wall. Either is going to be good, so long as you're prepping the body and preparing for a quality movement. All right, so I'm going to kick up. I'm onto the wall, and then I lower down, and then from here, press up and through. Kept my foot on the wall. I lower down, triangle, from here, up, and through. All right, I want to make sure, just like with a squat, I'm grabbing, kind of screwing my hands into the floor. With a squat, you screw your feet into the floor. With a handstand push-up, you screw your hands into the floor. And then you press up and through, and then lower it back down. Triangle at the bottom, straight line at the top. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and hit us up in the comments. If you made it all the way through this video, I'm very proud of you. Take a picture, take a video, send us some love about where you are in your handstand progression or where you are in your handstand push-up journey. We'd love to share it with everybody that we know. All right, guys, if you have any questions, again, hit us up in the comments below or ask your coach. Reach out to them. They'll be happy to help. All right, guys, we'll see you online and in the gym, fingers crossed, hopefully very soon.